And let me take this across now to our executive editor Shiv Arur, who's joining us live from Kolkata, where the India Today Conclave East is currently happening. Shiv, your conversation with General Bikram Singh creating waves there. Kiren Rijiju has in fact cited that interview to question Rahul Gandhi. This here, Shiv, your conversation with General Bikram Singh, a completely apolitical view of what's happened at the LAC and the disengagement process.
Absolutely, Akshita. General Bikram Singh is a former chief of the army staff. He's also speaking from experience because he's also been the Eastern Army commander. So he's, commanded the frontiers with China. And like you said, he's an apolitical voice. So for a military man to make an affirmation like this, and he isn't the first. There have been others as well who've commented on decisive leadership, now compared with what happened in 1962 is something that's going to be said again and again, but for it to come out not from a political voice but from a military voice like General Bikram Singh's, I'm not surprised that this has created a bit of a splash on the political landscape, especially with hostilities between the BJP and the Congress already riding high. We saw Rahul Gandhi attacking the government over the Raksha Mantri statement in Parliament on Ladakh. So this kind of comment really hits home and reminds everyone of the discomfort over how the 1962 has continued to haunt India. General Bikram Singh invoked it not once, not twice, but 3 times during the conversation, Akshita, where he said that one of the things that has deterred China, locked them in their tracks and perhaps dissuaded them from any other, kind of design or venturing even further in was the fact that India mobilized quickly and that there was decisive leadership in terms of not letting them do anything further than they already had. There may be a lot of dissections over the Raksha Mantri's statement, but the military assessment, as General Bikram Singh put out as a former army chief, and he gets top-level briefings on this sort of thing, very well aware of what's happening as far as Ladakh is concerned, for him to make that pronouncement is a very, very big deal.
And Shiv, it's these voices that matter, because time and again there have been conversations about how issues of national security simply cannot be politicized.
And, even during the session that we did yesterday, politics obviously crept in because we had the BJP MP in Arunachal, we had a Congress MP as well. So there was a bit of tutu-meh-meh over the politics over the China border, and that is only expected to happen. The reason why General Bikram Singh's words have been taken so seriously is because, as you rightly said, he's not a politician. So while the BJP and the Congress might continue to point fingers at each other over, over 1962, over what's happening in Ladakh right now, for a military general, a chief of army staff no less, to actually comment very specifically, very apolitically, and let me just remind our viewers who may be wondering about General Bikram Singh, he actually pointed at both these parties and said both these parties in the past have, used 1962 in various ways for their own benefits, or the China issue to their own benefits. So that's a very clear apolitical view from General Bikram Singh. And for him to now make this pronouncement about decisive leadership now vis-a-vis 1962 carries a great deal of weight. So I don't think anybody is going to be able to question or discredit the words of General Bikram Singh on this one.
It'll be interesting to see how really the Congress chooses to react also, Shiv, because, as Rijiju pointed out, and while that's something obviously General Bikram Singh is not going to weigh in on, the fact that he was army chief during the Congress's tenure, while that really shouldn't matter, because as we've been highlighting time and again, General Bikram Singh is an apolitical voice who's questioned both the BJP and the Congress. He's made some very strong arguments with regards to not just the 1962 war, but what's happened in the last few hours along the LAC that the government will believe gives them some credit.
We'll have to wait and see how the Congress actually reacts, Akshita. But, given the current political atmosphere, which is already very aggressive, I won't be surprised if it turns kind of distasteful. But, I hope everyone respects someone who's been a former chief of army staff and is clearly speaking very, very apolitically. Let me also remind all of our viewers that the idea of decisive leadership is not just from General Bikram Singh. And this is not just a Congress BJP issue. There have been people like Air Chief Marshal Fali Homi Major, former Chief of the Air Staff, who has commented on decisive leadership when it comes to comparing 26/11, to the Balakot airstrikes, when India had, as much reason, if not more, to conduct punitive airstrikes in Pakistan. So the suggestion of decisive leadership is not a one-off. It's been coming from a certain number of military leaders. It's not a wave of military leaders. There have been those who've questioned some of these comments. But if you've got a series of incidents where, leadership or political leadership backing the military to do what it needs to do to put the adversary on the back foot or punish the adversary or make them think a different way, then that is something that should remain above politics. I'm cynical about this. I believe politics will encroach upon this as well. But I think the fact that a military leader has made this pronouncement, needs to remain above politics. I don't think it'll happen, though.
Absolutely. Shiv, thank you very much for joining us. Of course, we're going to continue to play out excerpts from that conversation that Shiv had with General Bikram Singh. Very timely, because it's happened at a time when the government has said that there's disengagement on the ground and the Congress has continued to question it. Let's tell you what exactly Rahul Gandhi said this morning. Politics has erupted with the opposition targeting the centre over Rajnath Singh's statement yesterday in Parliament. Congress MP Rahul Gandhi has accused the Modi government of brazenly compromising India's territorial integrity. Rahul questioned the government over why Indian troops have been restricted to Finger 3 when our original position is still Finger 4. While addressing a press conference, Rahul also accused Prime Minister Modi of not fulfilling the responsibility of securing India and claimed that Prime Minister actually ceded Indian territory to China. Rahul's scathing remarks come as India and China started disengaging from Richingla on the south bank of Pangong Tso as part of the disengagement process on Wednesday. Rahul also questioned why there's been no mention of the situation at Hot Springs, at Gogra and the 900 square kilometers Depsang Plains. The government has reiterated on its part that this is just the first phase of disengagement.
चीन अपनी सेना की टुकड़ियों को नॉर्थ बैंक में फिंगर 8 के पूरब की दिशा की तरफ रखेगा और इसी तरह भारत भी अपनी सेना की टुकड़ियों को फिंगर 3 के पास अपने परमानेंट बेस धन सिंह थापा पोस्ट पर रखेगा.
We find that Indian troops are now going to be stationed at Finger 3. Finger 4 is our territory. That is where our post used to be. So now we have moved from Finger 4 to Finger 3. Why has Prime Minister Modi given up Indian territory to the Chinese?
चीन द्वारा येलेसी के आसपास कई बार ट्रांसग्रेशन का भी प्रयास किया गया था. हमारी सशस्त्र सेनाओं ने उन सभी प्रयासों के दृष्टिगत उपयुक्त जवाबी कार्रवाई की थी.
जहां चाइना अंदर आया है उसके बारे में एक शब्द नहीं बोला डिफेंस मिनिस्टर ने. वहां बैठे हुए हैं. गोगरा और हॉट स्प्रिंग्स के बारे में एक शब्द नहीं बोला. वहां बैठे हुए हैं. सच्चाई यह है कि हमारी जो पवित्र जमीन है नरेंद्र मोदी ने चाइना को दी है. यह सवाल है, इसका जवाब दें.
प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी को कोसते कोसते ये कोसी नदी पहुंच चुके हैं. अब कोसी नदी के किनारे खड़े हैं, इनका कहाँ क्या हश्र होगा उसका आप अच्छी तरह से एहसास कर सकते हैं. लेकिन एक बात समझना चाहिए कि ये कोई सामान्य जो बुद्धि वाला व्यक्ति इस तरह की बातें नहीं कर सकता. जो कुंद बुद्धि होगा उसी का ये कमाल हो सकता है. तो ये कुंद बुद्धि का कमाल है या कुंदे की टाल है, ये तो कांग्रेस पार्टी तय करेगी. लेकिन हम बिना मांगी कांग्रेस को सलाह यही देंगे कि पप्पू जी को अपना कोच भी बदल देना चाहिए, कोचिंग भी बदल देना चाहिए.
भारत का जमीन चीन को दिया है, उनका दादा से जाके बात करने के लिए बोलना, जवाहरलाल नेहरू साहब से. कौन कह रहे, कौन देशभक्ति है, सभी देश की जनता को मालूम. सर फिंगर.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.